Hello Gemini, and welcome to Healing Dove Tarot. Gemini, it's a quick 3-card spread. 1 card for your romance energies, 1 card for your health, and 1 for your career for the week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my higher self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Gemini. Please show me what they need to hear and what they want to hear for the week ahead. Thank you, Spirit. Can I please have 3 cards? Show me what are the most important messages for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know for week beginning the 16th of November 2020? 2 more cards, please. Gemini, what's going on, babes? Ooh. Who's the Pisces that you're dealing with? There is a Pisces around you. This is not great energy, Gemini. I was kind of hoping that we would have a reprieve for you. Yeah, I thought so. Potentially an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for some of you, but I see a lot of indecision, potentially around where you're living, what your house situation is. For some of you, you need to move. Gemini, you know, I say this to you guys all the time. If you're regulars of the channel, holla. You are one of the most misunderstood signs. You get a bad rap for being the twins, right? And here's the twin card showing up here. But what I love about you as an energy is you are deep thinkers. You almost match that energy of a Scorpio. But however, the flip side of that, the negative side of that is the overthinking. You can tend to overanalyze and be so critical of people that you push love away. So just be wary of that, particularly for this week, because I see this self-imposed kind of barrier that you're putting on yourself. You're restricting yourself from what's meant to be coming for you. For some of you, I definitely see thinking about making a house move. I don't see you moving this week, but I see you thinking about moving this week. Okay, let me show you as I see it. We have the moon coupled with the 8 of Swords. So the moon coupled with the 8 of Swords is all about indecision and not seeing things clearly. Essentially, the moon represents our hidden thoughts and things that we can't see during the day, okay? So not being able to really understand what it is that we're trying to achieve, like a gut feeling like something needs to change, but we can't see the path forward. Now, it's coupled with the 8 of Swords. I don't like this energy. This is kind of deceptive energy. But Gemini, there's no one doing it to you other than you yourself. So you're kind of like putting yourself into this self-imposed kind of situation where you don't know what's coming, you don't know how to get yourself out of it, and you really don't know what the next step forward is. Gemini, if you see clearly the 8 of Swords, this is about our mental thoughts and what we're putting out into the universe and what we get back. You are self-imposed, you're like trapping yourself here. If she were just to take her blindfold off, she'd be able to walk away from all of these swords that kind of trap her. And at the moment, your personal situation is that you feel like there's no way out, when actually there is. You just need to open up your eyes and see. And you're like, oh yeah, sure, how do I do that? Well, you do that through actually giving yourself the space it is to feel give and receive love, because at the moment that's what's holding you back. I definitely see for some of you it's around a house move though. You're thinking about moving location, maybe even some of you thinking about changing states. Like, look at this. Your love message is free yourself. What was I just saying, right? You saw me shuffle the cards, yeah? If you could mirror this card and make it into 2, it's the same thing. It's like you have this self-imposed mental aspect. This is the overthinker part of you. That's the negative aspect of the beautiful qualities of your sign. And then this is your message when it comes to love. And what did I say? The reason why you're not getting a clear message about what to do is because you're blocking yourself from receiving love. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It's just like you have this shield around you, because what tends to happen when you get into this phase and you overthink and you overthink and you overthink, it's like a typical trait of most air signs. If you don't know how to balance your emotions, you go into your shell more and you just go, oh, it's too hard, fuck it, basket. And then you put yourself in this little prison, and then you sit there and you go, oh, but I'm so lonely and I want to make a change. And maybe if I move house, I'll meet more people and I'll make friends. Right? So where does it come from? It comes from you. It comes from your mind. Every time you have that negative thought, I want you to catch the thought and reframe it and just be like, that's not true. You have to catch them in the moment, okay? And another thing, and this will sound crazy and no one ever does it, but it's so helpful. If you do have a lot of thoughts that are going around in your head and you don't meditate, I'm a big one for meditation. Go check out my video that I've done on meditation. But if you don't meditate and you want to try and think about how you get out of that self-imposed prison, write it down. Journal it. Write a letter to the universe, to whoever it is that's pissed you off, whatever it may be, to your boss. because when you get it out of your head and onto paper, it no longer seems as big of a deal. Like you can see it clearly, and it's like a release. It's a form of release, right? If you've got no one to talk to, Gemini, particularly for the guys watching the channel, because I know sometimes it can be hard, you don't want to talk to your mates about this shit, my best advice is to get it down on paper. And the card simply says it's time for you to take control back of your life. In order to move forward, that's what you need to do. We have that new moon that's coming up in Scorpio this week. Depending on where you are in your time zone, it could be today for some of you, it is in Oz. For others of you, it could be later in the week, but this is the perfect time to release, let go, and move forward. Your health message. Thank you. What was I saying about meditation? You literally pulled the card for meditation. You can't make this shit up, right? I don't make it up. It comes from a place, I channel, I connect to your energy, Gemini. If you want to get out of this feeling, if you don't want to feel stuck anymore, and look, for some of you, it's about a house move and managing your finances. For others of you, it's a relationship and you just don't know how to cut it and end it. It's that yo-yo back on, that healthy, unhealthy attachment. That's not love, that's fear of being alone. You will know how to do this if you actually just quiet your mind and go within, right? If you don't know how to meditate, like I said, go check out my Empress video. I've done one on meditation. I use a free app called Insight Timer. You can add me as a friend. You can see what I meditate to. It's a big thing for mine, for helping any anxiety, depression. I've been doing it for years. If you can't meditate, which is what the cards are literally telling you to do, like you can't get a clearer sign than this, I want you to journal and write it down. Yeah. Okay, and then the card you've pulled for career message for this week is the Fates, number 17. So it talks about things that are fated, like karma, acceptance with where they are, and I feel like this is a really important message for you. I'm going to read it to you from the book like I do, so hang tight. Okay, Gemini, your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance, i.e. money, are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unconditionally. This could be a temporary situation seeming thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation that you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in this moment. We never do, right? It's always fucking annoying. We're like, what is the point of this? Why am I going through it? And then like a couple of years later, you look back and go, that makes sense. This card is asking you, do not fight the situation. Write it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it. And the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. Gemini, my loves. Okay, so in summary, get out of your head. Either talk to someone, write it down, journal it, or start meditating. The only prison that you have at the moment is self-imposed. You do have the potential, some of you, for moving. You are thinking about moving house. This is not the right energy for it, and I don't recommend that you look at doing that until December. November is a crazy month in terms of energy, but I do see a lot of great things coming for you. So that was your reading, Gemini. I hope you found it helpful. I wish you much love and light, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.